Welcome back, Nine World Chronicles. So today I got this, right? A question that was posed to me about the relative power of the archangel or an angel versus a netter, right? And this was in the comments, and I wish I could remember offhand who dropped this, but I'm doing this specifically for you, and it's very, very compelling conversation. So since I wanted to compare an angel and a netter, I figured I'm going to go to the top. I'm going to go to the top of the rankings here. So I'm going with the Archangel Michael and Sekhmet, who is the Eye of Ra. And the reason I'm going for these two is, obviously Michael is the most powerful of the angels. He is the closest in terms of like getting power from God. He can do amazing feats. He could handle Satan on his own. And I want to go with Sekhmet, who is one of the eyes of Ra, but in my estimation, the most powerful one. And I'm going to make an argument for both of them. And this is a very interesting battle, right? Now, with the Archangel Michael, I had to kind of educate myself and really see what were the powers of angels. So I went back and I looked, and obviously, like demons, they can possess. They have astral projection, they have dream walking, electromagnetic interference. So some command over electricity, obviously flight, they're winged beings, obviously immortality, great invulnerability to any earthly weapons, very few weaknesses that they have, and limited cosmic awareness. Again, we understand what their role is in their relative pantheon. But Michael is just, God's warrior here. So those are his relative powers. Now, I had to see, what are the powers of Sekhmet? And Sekhmet, of course, is the Eye of Ra. And in that title, she gets a lot of Ra's powers. Immediately, she gets, obviously, immortality. She is an immortal in her own right. What she commands is Ra's sunfire or soulfire essence, which is, I really think, going to be the real difference maker in this fight between the two. She has healing power. She has control over desert animals, which I don't know if that's going to figure how hard into this, but she also has control of plagues, so I think she's got two factors here. I think that Michael is going to command some very powerful elements as well. I think he's, this invulnerable warrior who is all strength. But honestly, I think once we get into it, I think that Sekhmet, is more of a representation of Ra, of the ultimate source of power, than he is. I think he has probably a limited scope of what God's power is, whereas Sekhmet, I think, is almost limitless. Let's remember, in the telling of her stories, none of the other divine beings could stop her, not even Ra himself, as how powerful she was. When she went on her rampage and they appealed to her to stop, she pretty much told Ra, you can get it too, right, if you want to stop me. And none of them proved able to stop her. It never stopped her. They conned her. They tricked her with beer. And that was how they actually got her to stop her rampage. So we know that she has weapons that are crafted by Ptah. We know that she commands the very power of the sun. We know that she can make Michael sick, probably. Now, he may have some immunity to plague. Possibly. We don't know. We've never heard of angels getting sick. But the angels showed a physical component. Now I'm going to go back to, the story of Enoch, where they come down to earth and they take physical wives. So they became physical beings. So I think, and produce half, divine creatures. So I think in having that physical form, whether through possession or however they manifest, I think that opens up them to be subject to plagues. I know some people are going to argue about it, and I do want to hear the argument with it. But, I'm just saying that I believe her command of more of a cosmic power being more closely related. She is the Eye of Ra. She comes from him. She is considered to be his female counterpart in the role of Hathor. She is a sky goddess of great power herself, related to creation. So that's where I'm going with this. I think it's a great versus opportunity. Obviously we're comparing different belief systems, but I think if we're comparing an angel to a netter, a natural force, I personally believe, obviously I'm rooting for what I consider the home team, I believe that Sekhmet would be victorious in this battle. So I look forward to hearing your comments. I think they're going to be great. So let's have it out. Let's talk about it. Thank you. Always hit that like and subscribe and click the notification button so when we get back into doing more videos.